Hi, welcome to today's Ask Austin. Today I'm speaking to Jess Grey from Jess Grey Leather. Hi Jess, how are you?
Hi Austin, I'm good, thank you. Very good.
Excellent. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm a leather worker based in Bristol, and I mainly make belts, handbags, dog collars and leads and things like that. So yeah, all out of British vegetable tanned leather. So.
Fab. What made you get into making leather then?
Well, my father's a leather worker of nearly 50 years down in Cornwall, so it's sort of family trade in a way, but I've only recently in the last few years that wanted to try and make it my living. So obviously I spent a lot of time in his workshop and shop as a child. He used to take me there and childmind me, and I was playing with knives and stamping things and doing things I shouldn't.
All things kids shouldn't be doing.
Years old. So it started there, and I've always had a real appreciation of nice quality leather goods because of that, and you know, I've always had that appreciation. And then probably 2.5, I'd always intended to learn his skills, but a couple of years ago I was made redundant, and I just thought it's the perfect opportunity really. And then just this year, as I was going to, so I've been doing a bit of an apprenticeship with my father really over the last couple of years, and I was running his shop down in Penzance for a few months last summer, which was an amazing experience. And yeah, here I am now back in Bristol trying to make a go of it, which is quite exciting.
Fab. So it's probably been, I don't know, maybe good and bad timing with COVID in terms of spurring you along. Maybe has it kind of made you think I've got to get moving with this? Or
it spurred me along in terms of I've had to get moving. Yeah. And I've had nothing else to do through lockdown side of things, which is wonderful. And it's also a really awkward time in a way, because my plan was to do a lot of, Bristol's fantastic for other makers and creatives and artists, and there's a really strong scene of markets and pop-up shops and things like that, and obviously all of that's gone out the window over the last few months. And yeah, so I've been trying to do it more online, which is all quite new to me, and social media and all of this I've never been involved in before. So yeah, getting there.
It's a steep learning curve. So what have been the kind of main challenges for you then around this sort of social media and doing stuff online?
I'm still in the midst of them. I still can't quite Facebook, I'm afraid. It's just, I think because I didn't have personal social media and things like that as well before, I thought I've really stayed away from it, which is quite unusual. So I think it's the sense of not feeling as though you're being able to put things out there and not feeling like you're showing off or bigging yourself up, which I feel really uncomfortable about. But I think that's how social media works really, isn't it? And people don't really judge you for doing that. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. So my biggest challenge was my first Instagram post.
How did it go?
And this sort of thing is really...
How did your first Instagram post go? Was it well received?
Yes, all my lovely friends liked it. And also the leatherwork community is really supportive, which I didn't realise. It's brilliant. So there's loads of other really, really talented people who, you know, if they send you a comment or a like and you just think, wow, I really admire your work, it's really wonderful to get that back. So
yeah, I think it really means something when someone who does the same or is in the same field as you gives you feedback, whether it's good or bad, because you respect that because they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely, and yeah, more than anything, really. I mean, it's almost the sort of the feedback that you chase it should be your customers' feedback, but it's, you know, it's probably more useful in that sense because they know what they're doing. So
yeah, absolutely. So what, when you're making your products, what do you like most about making leather products, and what do you least like about it?
I wouldn't say there's one product I like making most. It's I love the leather that I work with. I know that the raw materials, it's really tactile, and I love when I get a new hide or a new shoulder, you see all the growth marks and the lines, and it's just such a tribute to the animal that it's come from. And I love, and you have to try and get that incorporated into your work. So and that's really wonderful. You can see that, and that will last for as long as the product lasts there as well, which is a lifetime essentially. They're all made to last. So I do love working with nice quality leather. It's really special.
Excellent. Okay, where'd you get an inspiration for your products from?
Well, I'm quite lucky in that, as I've already mentioned, my father is a leather worker, so I have shamelessly stolen all his patterns because everything he does works. He's tested it, and he's had the failures, and he's had the things that didn't work. So I'm really lucky to have that as a sort of base of my work essentially, and I can change designs and alter things from that, knowing what are the core elements of the structure that need to work in that way. I would also say a lot of ideas come from accidents in a way, and using up things that have gone wrong or are waste leather, which sometimes I'm not sure I want to admit to that, because people think that if you're using offcuts, it's somehow of a lower standard or something, but it's not. The leather itself is really important to use every piece of the hide. So, for example, I made a belt for somebody recently. I got the width of it completely wrong, and I had to whip off the side, so I ended up with a thin bit of leather about 1/2 inch thick, and I couldn't, I don't really use that, so I made it into a water bottle holder for myself, not thinking anything of it, and it's turned out to be my biggest selling product at the moment. Wow. So that was a complete accident and something I thought nobody would be interested in, and it's still selling now. We're in the run up to Christmas. So brilliant. Yeah, inspiration comes from all over.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So in terms of, we talk a lot about communities with makers, and obviously a part of Artisanry. How did you discover Artisanry, or did they contact you? And also, what are you getting out of the community in terms of, the network, etc.?
Yeah, I think community is the key word there, as you said. They found me on Instagram, which is really lovely, and
that first post definitely did work.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, and it's just, I really like the ethos. I think it's really wonderful to have something that supports artists and makers and creatives. As you said at the beginning, we're good at making the bits we do, but we don't necessarily know anything about business and social media and marketing. There's so much that you need to learn, and it's just wonderful to be part of a community that offers that personal development and the additional skills that you have beside your actual craft itself. So yeah, I think it's really, really good initiative, and yeah, excited to be part of it. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of people in the community who are really good at social media, and I guess for people who maybe haven't done social media before, it's great being able to tap into that resource and ask questions and learn from these people.
Yeah, absolutely, and to see what people come up with, and all the and all the different programs for layouts and all sorts. It's great, and it's all really easy. Really, it's just being confident and doing it. So.
Exactly. So, in terms of if people want to follow you where can they find you? You mentioned Instagram earlier. You're on.
Yes, Jess Grey Leather on Instagram. I will get on other platforms soon, but at the moment that's the best one. And I think it's the best one for the actual products as well, because it is picture based and very visual, isn't it? So yeah, that's the main one, the main platform to follow me on at the moment. And obviously you can buy my products on the Artisanry website. And yes,
fantastic. Sorry,
I was just gonna say, I don't have my own website yet, but I'm not sure if that's essential really nowadays. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would always say at least have a homepage. You know, it's almost like where can people find you, so when, you know, they type in leatherwear, you at least come up, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I would always kind of recommend that, but I mean, you don't need to have a big 10-page shop or anything like that, or website with a shop function. But yeah, if you're on Artisanry, I guess that's a marketplace for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, and people can get in touch, and I can take commissions and things like that. So yeah.
Fantastic. Listen, Jess, thanks very much for your time. Hope you've enjoyed that.
Thank you. That was a lot less scary than I thought.
Cheers, Jess.